All right, so this is the handout from last semester's uh, midterm. And we went over a while ago the process of the midterm. And I just wanted to explain again, step one is take a look at these levels. Well, no, step one is to make sure that you're working from a new project, not your final project in class, because changing these levels will change your levels in your project, and you definitely don't want to do that. So we went over in class, we made a special project with a special set of sheets for this midterm. So your uh, levels might represent this right now, but that is not the levels that it is the levels, but it's not the level elevation. In other words, these numbers will be different. So basically, all you're going to do is click on the number and change it so that it matches whatever your PDF handout is for the midterm. Once you have the levels set up, then the next thing you want to do is make the wall types. Now, in the final or the midterm PDF handout, every single wall type is available to you to look at on the handout. You want to replicate those. So basically what you do is you're going to click on a wall, whatever wall you've labeled it as. You're going to go to the properties and edit the type, then edit the structure, and then make the structure look like these examples here. So if you're dealing with wall type H, then wall type H should have these functions. It should have these materials and it should have this thickness. Okay, that would be step two, is to make all of those wall types correct. Then step three is to make 3 stacked walls. 1, 2, 3. One stacked wall is the garage stacked wall. One is the house exterior stacked wall. And one is the uh, wall between the garage and the house. So you start with a stacked wall, duplicate it, call it the garage wall, and then modify it so that these this is the starting point, bottom of the, for example, in this one, the bottom of the garage footing is going to be where this stacked wall starts. And the top of the first floor wall is where this wall is going to terminate. Then it's going to have 1, 2, 3 wall types, K, A, and B. And those values will be this number, and then remember, you always have to have a variable. So the smart move in this class would be to make this the variable, but that's not necessary. You could make something else the variable. Then you would have to set this to have this height to it. And Revit will automatically adjust the height of the variable to satisfy your requirements here for the top constraint and the bottom or the base constraint. Same thing, you'll take and duplicate this stacked wall, rename it, and give it this name, exterior house stacked wall. And then it needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different wall types stacked on top of each other with these elevations, these heights. Okay. And then this one will be the variable. Where does it start? The base constraint, bottom of the basement wall. Where does it end? Top of the second floor wall. In this example, now don't use this handout. This was from a previous class. You'll get a handout for the current midterm, which is different, slightly different than this one is. Now, after you've created your wall types and then made your stacked walls, then do a screen capture of your wall types, all of them, and paste them into or insert them into your sheets. And then additionally, which I'm not giving you in the PDF handout, I'm looking for this same wall type properties for these three stacked walls. So you extract your information on what wall types and what the heights are from your handout, not from the actual basic wall or stacked wall of properties, because I want to make sure that you can do that. And so that would be the process. So realistically, if you know what you're doing, this might take you 10 minutes at the most. Making your wall types might take you, oh, it could take you a half an hour to an hour. Okay, so now we're an hour, a little plus more than an hour into the class. The third, maybe an hour to make these stacked walls. Now notice how here these stacked walls don't line up. But if you tell it to align to the exterior wall, then if it does something like this, all you need to do is move it slightly. Just click on the wall and move it to the left or move it to the right, and Revit will clean itself up. A slight little quirk, easy workaround. Okay, so let's say that takes another hour. Okay, so now you're 2 hours into a 3 hour and 20-minute class. The third half hour maybe would be this, another half hour to insert all of these types of walls. Okay, and then so that's 2.5 hours, and maybe it's time to start printing. And the reason that you want to print and look at your PDF before you submit it is to make sure that I can see everything that you've done. All right, these stacked walls, I'm not expecting you to label the different components in the wall. I'm happy to use this as my reference to see if you've done it correctly or not. So anyway, at the end, you got your PDF. If you look at it and everything looks good, then you can submit it. If it doesn't look good, then clean it up, fix it. You might have to move a wall, or you might have to move, your levels might not fit on the sheet, so you have to fix that. So allocate some time for that. Oh, I think 3 hours is more than enough time to do this. Leaves you with 20 minutes to do your submission. Make sure that it's correct. If you don't know what you're doing, then 3 days won't be enough time. So, but if you do know what you're doing, 3 hours and 20 minutes would be more than enough time to get your stacked walls correct. Then submit it.